Welcome back to investRand, where we take the guesswork out of property investing. And as I always say, this is a channel for successful property investors and future successful property investor. In this installment of the Ultimate South African Property Investment Guide and investment exclusive video series, we will be talking about how do you make great cash flow from your investment properties. And by the way, I want you to remember that this is only a sneak peek. The full chapter is available for download in our comprehensive guide. So now let's get started. First things first, let us demystify this concept of cash flow. Cash flow is the heartbeat of your property investment. It's the money flowing in and the money flowing out. So when we talk about positive cash flow, we mean you have more money flowing in than money flowing out. And when you talk about a negative cash flow, well, you get the idea. I want us to get to exactly how to calculate this number. Calculating cash flow from a rental property is a very key skill that every investor should at least know. So let's simplify it for you. Let's say you bought a property that is at least 200,000 Rand at a great discount. So this is your purchase price of your property at 200,000 Rand. Right? So now, let's say this property is giving you a rental income per month of around 3,500. So that means you'll have 3,500 in rent. That's your rental income per month. And in a year, it's around 42,000 Rand. You get 42,000 Rand in a year. So let's say your expenses, which is, your bond repayments, you have all your property rates, taxes, levies, all of that stuff, adds up to 30,000 in annual expenses. So we're gonna say your expenses on this property, they're around 30,000 Rand basically. So it's simple, right? When you're calculating your cash flow, which is what we want to know, our cash flow, it's very, very simple. The formula here is simple. It's just your income minus your expenses. This is very, very simple and easy. And as a property investor, you need to understand how to do this formula. So if you take your 42,000 Rand annual income and you minus your 30,000 Rand annual expenses, you get a net income of 12,000 Rand. And this here is your cash flow, right? 12,000 Rand cash flow and your potential passive income. So this is where the magic happens when it comes to your property investing. Speaking of magic, let's demystify this idea of passive income. Passive income is the money that comes in while you are sipping your favorite coffee. And when you invest in property in South Africa, this is one of the best pathways to achieve this financial magic, and rental income is a great example of achieving passive income. So now let's explore different ways you can actually harness passive income through property investing. The first option is to look at rental income. We made an example of you having a property that is around 200,000 Rand, making you 3,500 per month. So that's one way that is common and can give you passive income that is steady. The second one, which is right now in a frenzy in South Africa, is vacation rentals, where people buy properties in vacational areas and they rent them out for Airbnb. That is also another way to generate passive income through property. And if you're somebody who want to be hands-off in this entire process, you can look at REITs, real estate investment trusts. That is also another way that you can be able to be a player in the real estate industry. And the nice thing about REITs is that you can actually access your cash in no time, better than the other alternatives as well. One of the things we cannot do is finish this video without explaining that you need to have a great strategy in order for you to achieve great cash flow in your investment property. And there are a few things that you can look out for which are usually commonly accepted when it comes to this. The first thing that doesn't change is location. You need to choose the right location where there is prime location, there's a lot of establishments, a lot of amenities for your tenants, and there's a high tenant demand. The second thing is you need to do proper research on your properties. You need to make sure that you understand the market in that area, the people that you're targeting, and also similar market analysis to say similar properties in the area renting out for, selling for. That's something that you need to do a thorough research on. And the last thing after buying the right property is getting the right property manager to partner up with. This is what makes or breaks most property investors. If you don't have the right property manager, this is where things go south. So it's very, very important to follow these three things in order for you to have great cash flow strategy. However, this entire process can be made much easier and simplified by just using the investment marketplace, because we look at properties that are in prime locations. We also look at analyzing the property value properly, and we offer you great expert advice when it comes to property investing. So just right now, you can just go to the marketplace or the platform and start investing today and taking the guesswork out of your property investing. So that's the wrap up for today's video, and this is a very great preview of what you're going to get in the Ultimate South African Property Investment Guide. And as we mentioned, this is just a sneak peek. You can actually go ahead on our website and download the Ultimate Guide in order for you to actually harness the right insight about property investing in South Africa. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed, I'm not sure what you're doing here. Make sure that you subscribe. And by the way, these videos are going to be out here for a limited period of time, so make sure that you utilize them and you take advantage of them. Thank you very much. Bye.